everyone, welcome back to FTRL for what is the midway part of our 24th season of Gran Turismo. This week it is our special week, which means no individual points for this week, only team points, and it is a little bit of a change up in terms of the cars as well. So we're moving away from the Super Formula cars and we're moving on to kind of the old school F1 style car that's in the game, which is the F1500 PA, I think it is, I remember it. And it's basically it's like I think it's based on the kind of 70s, 80s F1 era, the cars, so a little bit different. They've got a lot of the same characteristics, always going to look obviously a bit, with just being a little bit older, they've not got as much brake horsepower, not got as much grip, things like that. So just something a little bit different for the special week, just so we're not always in the same cars. Just a quick reminder how quality is going to work. GT2 will be qualifying tonight. There will be no GT1 qualifying at all, so it's just the GT2 drivers. And where their GT2 driver teammate qualifies is where the GT1 is going to line up on the grid. So if you qualify P3, your GT2 driver, then the GT1 driver will qualify in P10. So first place driver will qualify P8, P9, P10, etc. Only GT2 qualifying also for the GT1 teammate. Basically allowing the GT2 drivers to all start ahead of the GT1, making it a little bit fairer. So there's still a bit of a pace differential between the two divisions, even if it's not quite as pronounced in these cars as it usually is. Some nice liveries as well. We've got the old school Ferrari one, we've still got a Milka one as well for unsafe release. Quality's 15 minutes tonight. It's going to be medium tyres only on qualifying, 15 minutes, so that is enough for a good 5 or 6 laps. They'll probably need to not fill up, they'll probably need to come in for some tyres though, maybe. 2 minute 36 from Rom's, currently our fastest in practice. This track, well, qualifying just about to start, has been done in the past. I remember doing it in GT2 many moons ago. I'm talking about a year and a half, 2 years ago. But I haven't done it since then. This is the full layout, so it incorporates lots of different elements of the St. Croix track. So you kind of got the parts of the main track. You've got the bridge, of course, but you've also got, I can only describe, the only corner it's like is the, if you remember the turn turn 3 of Russia, or is it turn 4 of Russia? That long kind of right-hander, left-hander, sorry, that all the way round. This track also has that. It goes right, but it's the kind of same kind of layout. It goes basically, it's like a 180, and it's a massive all the way round. It leads you into the last sector, so that's an interesting comma. So basically, you come across the bridge, and I remember right, you go right. I think looking at that, so you go right, and then it's kind of like a chicane, right, left, and then it follows all the way around. I've not done any practice for tomorrow, so. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a learning experience watching this as well on the track, because it's a very long track, as it incorporates a lot of the St. Croix elements, so it does seem for that. Good evening, Derek. Good evening, Mikey. Good evening, Homer. Good evening, Owen, Simon, and Lennon's in the chat as well. So we've got loads. Right, qualifying tonight. Then we've got Carl, Dusty Fossil. We've got unsafe release. We've got Jonesy qualifying as well tonight. We've got Jordan, Royston, and Nobby Norris, and then we've got our new gentleman as well, who's been in for a few weeks, CJ, who's in Pac-Man. Right then, so heading down long enough lap, I'd say it's going to be about 2.5, 3 minutes. We're just heading onto the bridge now, so they come on the bridge from the other side and then some of the other tracks, and then this is what I'm talking about here. There's a chicane here, you go right left, the chicane. You see, when we go on board here, there's a bit of a right left chicane here, and then it is this long right-hander all the way around. this fast left-hander onto a little bit more of a straight, and then you get a final right-hander that takes you up back on the straight. Good evening, Fever. So Carl's going to be the first one to set a time lap. He is heading down the start-finish straight now, so we've got turn 1, right-hander. This part's the same as some of the other tracks, so all the way up to the right-hand side here. And then left-hander up here, double left coming up. So this is where it cuts off from some of the other circuits here. You head round. Very long track. One of the longest tracks on the game, this one. Le Mans is obviously longer. There's a few others, but many longer than this one. Unsafe release as well. Good evening, SPY. Waka Waka Waka. You think he's in 2010 with the World Cup? South Africa? He's time for a big car. That was a shooting there. Carl then heading down straight. Here we go now. He's about to cross over onto the bridge. We're looking around about a 2 minute, I think 35, 36 is possibly. Maybe quicker than that actually, I can't remember really. Maybe a bit quicker than that. And that might be hard times I'm talking about. A couple of corners to go then. That's what we're going to be in the 2 minute 30. Turning around to the last corner, right-hander, and Carl sets the benchmark, which is going to be a 2 minute 34 flat. Unsafe release does not beat that. See, he's well behind there, so it's 1.1 seconds. Jonesy's even further behind. Royston is ahead of Jonesy. Jordan, struggling because he's already 2 minute 36, maybe a 2 minute 40 odd for Jordan. It is 2 minute 40 onto the last corner. Like a decent lap time from CG. It is a decent lap time from Big G, CG, NP3. Nobby Norris, he's still on an out lap at the moment. So Carl, 2 minute 34 is the time to beat at the moment. Kind of standout lap, I'd say, there up in P3. Obviously, Carl's is very good, but CJ's got a job there in P3. He has actually set the exact same time as unsafe release. However, unsafe release, having set it first, goes ahead. So there we go. Interesting one there. Same lap time. I'm sure they'll both improve though at the end of the session. You can see a tyre wear already then on those medium tyres of Carl, so you will only probably get one good lap out of them, I'd imagine, maybe 2 max. Other than that, the other thing to know, obviously, in these cars, this car is 1 second purple, as there is no boost. Being accustomed to the boost in qualifying and the race and the Super Formulas, so you see no boost this evening. Back to our previous seasons kind of, we didn't used to have this boost. 1.1 seconds up now he is, so Carl is well up. See if he can hold it together for the last lap, but he's on course for a 32 here. If he can hold it together, and he does hold it together in the last corner. Is it going to be that 1:32? It is. Oh, it's a 2 minute 33 flat. Just 9,000 of a second there. 33 flat mark. No improvement, no, for unsafe release. So, oh, and CJ's not improving with that. Royston up to P2, 34.1. Nice lap. Jordan. He's still struggling. He's going to be on a 2 minute 40, I imagine, again. It's actually slower than the last time. Jordan struggling in the early stages. Nobody knows for his first time lap. He's not going particularly quick at the moment. His first lap. It's going to be a 40 something by the look of it. I'll be taking a lap or two to get warmed up. I'm assuming people are going to be coming in at the end of this lap now for a new set of tyres, but that would be logical. Nobody knows already doing that. Yeah, tyres are officially gone now. But 2 minute 33 flat for Carl is good. It's a good time that, so got a lot of improvement on the second lap. So. Some good time. Getting top 10 there. Royston up to P2 is a very, very good time. Carl there. Nowhere near his best at the moment, so definitely. Coming in. Oh, were you actually being serious? I thought you were joking with him. And then Carl coming into the pits, I'd imagine now. Yes, he does. Right, there we go. So I've got half time to go round, and it'll be one final flying lap. So currently, at the moment, who is Carl's teammate? GT1 tonight. This is one thing I'm not actually entirely sure of, is the GT1 to GT2 teammates. Here... There's going to be so many to try and keep an eye on, and I cannot remember for the life of me all the teammates. That is just not going to happen. Ah, which was Carl. That's it. There we go. Well, no, Jordan's with Lee tonight. And SPY's with CJ. And Will's with Unsafe. I do know quite a lot of them actually. Who's Jonesy with? Jonesy... Who's Jonesy with? Ah, Ron. Jonesy's with Ron. Don't know who Jonesy was with. Very bright. Very classic looking livery though, that one. I like that a lot. It's very, very realistic. Fuel going down as well now, so if they hook a lap together, there'll definitely be at least a 32 in it, but maybe a 31 in this from one of them. Especially Carl, who looks like he's enjoying these cars more than the Super Formula, at least. I think he's massively jealous of Super Formula, but it's a bit rapid in these. Off goes Carl then to start his final lap. Let's have a little look. This is first sector time going to be. It's quite long. First sector, and he's well up. Short second sector this one. There's only a few corners to go until you see. There's quite a lot of sectors on this track. You can see the little black missing lines on the circuit map. There's lots of sectors in this track. And Carl is marginally up, so he was quite a lot up through the first sector, but he's lost a little bit in that second sector. Keep an eye on Royston through the next sector. He is... oh, he's down. Well down as well. So is actually unsafe. What is going on? They're all down. Quickly look at Jonesy, and then we'll have a quick look at Carl's next sector. Jonesy is way up. Carl then is way up now. He is over 3 times up, so he's well on his way to a 32. Jonesy's having a massive improvement as well. So Jonesy looking to move up the order. Nobby's set a 2:50. Nobby... his last... no, he's just crossed the line in time. He's got another lap in him. So Carl then is well up on his time. He's on course for at least a 32. That's quite a time. Go. Still well up, Carl. Jonesy I want to keep an eye on as well, because he looks quick, Jonesy. Carl coming around then, next sector coming up. Last one before the final time. And he is still well up. He's keeping that 3-4 tenths gap. He's had all the way. Right then, last call on the High Committee is going to be through here. It looks quicker than the last time he went round it anyway. So I think this is going to be comfortably into the 32s. There we are, 32.5, so good time then. Royston is going to be next. So the lineup we got from Royston, is it going to be an improvement? It is, a 33.4 actually. He's had a massive improvement for the latter part of the lap. Unsafe is not going to improve. So it all comes down, can Jonesy make a big improvement? He does look like he's going to improve. Whether it's enough to move him up the order. It is up to P3, so he goes ahead of CJ. Jordan, this looks like a big improvement. It is, it's a massive improvement from Jordan. 6 seconds up to P3 he goes. There we go, Nobby, where is he? He's coming round now. Not sure. His time's looking low, it looks very twitchy on the exit of that. If you look at his sector time, he's not on course for particularly fast lap. 38, 39 at the moment, which would still have him 7th. I think this is going to be P7 for Nobby Norris. Oh, dearie me. Very wide through there, and it is. And it's going to be P7 for Nobby. So it's Carl then on pole 32.5, so Witchell will start P8. And then we've got Royston alongside him, who actually was quite a bit down for the first sector. So I think Royston could have been fairly close actually in the end up to pole position there. If he'd have got a clean first sector in, then definitely could have been closer. I don't think he would have quite beaten Carl there, but nevertheless, I'm sure he would have been a lot closer. Right then, so now you're going to set the grid up. So that'll take us a good few minutes then to set the grid up. Remember the usual situation with the tyres. One set of mediums, unlimited hards, no softs available. There's been a bit of a bug with the settings again, so at least I had to reset it again. Just a small delay then. We'll get started. The race will be roughly about 50 minutes tonight, I think. 21 laps. So maybe a bit longer than that actually. Maybe close to 55, I think. Nearly an hour. Just having a bit of a feel for the cars again on the hard tyres. Of course I can, Derek. So you've got mediums and hards available again, but you've only got one set of mediums, and your tyre rate is, I believe, the same as normal. I think it's times 10. Yep. And the fuel is times 7. I think it's times 3 tonight. But it's exactly the same as usual. One set of mediums, unlimited hards. It's 21 laps. I think the most common strategy you're probably going to see is a 2-stop. With 7 lap stints, I think. while we're just having a little bit of a entry pause. Just a reminder as well, we are having a break next week. There will be no racing next week. I think it's about 8 to 10 of FTRL. We're heading off to Spa for the W World Endurance Championships over there. So yeah, there's going to be a week break next week, so we can have some extra practice for the following week. Have a bit of a rest if they feel like as well. Yeah, just a reminder, there will be no racing next week. Season break in the middle of the season, felt like the most logical place to put it. Right then, we have Carl and Royston, of course, and the back of the grid is Witchell, Pagani, Lee, Rom, SBY, Will and Tom. That's your order for the GT1 boys at the back. And Carl looks like he's starting on the medium tyres as we get underway then, 21 laps ahead of them, and Carl, I say, on the medium tyres, he's wanting to get away, and Royston's had a dodgy start, and Jordan is challenging him into turn 1. Turn 1 they go, and Jordan takes P2 away from Royston. Witchell's already up, somehow, to P3. How is he up there? Started in P8, he's into P3 now, after the first few corners. Make that P2 as Jordan's having a squirm. In the background there's a couple of cars having a squirm as well. Jonesy's down to P7. We've got Tom having a look at Jonesy, and he's getting through then up to P7. Jonesy's down to P8. Nobby's down to P9. Unsafely's having a look at Nobby. Oh, in the background Jonesy's went off again. Nobby's then went off as well. Oh, it's crazy. There's Witchell's hit Rom. Contact galore there in the background. Oh, Will's up to P11, Jonesy down to P12, Rom's P13, and always had a shocker down to P14. Carl's off in the medium tyres. He's a second clear of his teammate Witchell. So it's a good night so far for them. Royston's back ahead of Jordan now in P3. Pagani's making a move on Jordan up to P4 now. All in the hard tyres in this lot. Tom as well. And then his teammates behind him. Unsafe down to P8. Lee then on the tail of him, having a little look. Oh, he's wide. He's very wide. And that's going to allow Lee down the inside, possibly. Oh, unsafe Scondi. And he's lost 2 more places. He's done a P10. Which was on the hards, I believe, Lennon. SPY having a look at Lee then as they enter the bridge. It's been a shocking start for some of the GT2 boys. They've plummeted down the order. Unsafe down to P10. Jonesy down to P13. Nobby down to P14. Couple of really bad starts for the GT2 boys. Not what they would have wanted. As Witchell is now ahead of his teammate. He's on the hard tyres and he is sprinting off into the distance. Miles clear already. And that's Carl in the background in P2. Pagani P3, he'll start chasing after Carl, Royston, his teammate. So it's 2 by 2 for the first 4. CJ doing a good job in P7 at the moment. And then we've got this battle, Lee, unsafe P9. What's happened to SPY? SPY's dropped all the way down the odds. He's done in P14. Oh, Nobby's wide there. SPY is going to have 13. Nobby, oh, what's he doing? Still on the grass. Witchell's off. 1.7 seconds clear after lap 1. That is ominous, especially when some of the cars on the medium tyres. Pagani has got his teammate not far behind him at all. In comes Tom. Royston doing a good job there, sat in the middle of Pagani and Tom. Seventh and 8th are the 2 teammates of the Levi Rooks team. And then in the middle of a, well, it was in the middle of a Milka sandwich. However, Rom has got rid of the Milka sandwich and has passed Will up to P9. dropped down the order there. Must be his teammate as well. I must say, these cars look tricky to drive. Once again, I should remind you, I've not done any practice for tomorrow night, so I don't know anything about these cars. I think I might be in for a bit of a tricky night tomorrow. 2.1 seconds clear, Witchell is over Carl. Pagani's got 3 seconds to go, however, there's tyre differential there. And then once again, Royston doing well. He's keeping Tom behind for the time being. Tom is now closer to Royston than Royston is to Pagani, at least. So I'll give Tom some more encouragement. Yeah, I feel like I'm in for a shock, Lennon. Bit of sarcasm there for Aaron. Say good to see Jonesy going well, as he's 5.5 seconds off the back. It's yeah, it's not exactly been a swimmingly well opening lap and a half for Jonesy. Witchell, however, has had a storming start and is somehow up in P1 after 2 laps. 33.2 is the time, and he's just set on the hard tyres, which is not far off pole position time, and that was in the mediums. So just to highlight quite how quick that lap is. Tom there, P4. No, Mike, not a bit. Favourite transfer question, I think it's hot brake horsepower he's having for dinner, because he is storming off. And the fact there's a tyre differential as well is scary. This could be, I'm going to put it out there, this could be one of the biggest race wins we might ever see in FTRL. The way Witchell's going at the moment compared to the rest of the field, he could be winning this by 30-40 seconds, I think. CJ right behind Lee. He's just overtook him, so he's going to try and stick with him. CJ, oh, well, that's very wide. It's not where you want to be, and Rom is now on the back of him. There's SBY making a move up to P9. Really difficult to drive these things. Not looking forward to tomorrow night. CJ's getting back past Rob. People are just seem to struggle for grip with them. They just can't seem to get turned in at times. And it just goes time so quickly. In that background there, Jordan's having a massive moment there. And Unsafe is now right on his tail. There we go, Unsafe moves past Jordan. Jordan trying to good exit. Yeah. Oh, SBY's half round. Mate, oh, Aaron, I'm the exact same as you. I don't even own the car either. I don't even know if I have enough credit. Might need to do a race tomorrow night. One of those things. We're on the same boat. I think it'll be a battle between who finishes last between us. That's right. Well, and Jordan then having a bit more of a battle now. Oh, Jordan, where's he going? That's a wall. I think, just to clarify quite how difficult these cars are, I don't think I've ever seen as many mistakes in the opening 3 laps of a race by the entire field as well, but bar Witchell, who seems to be on a different planet at the moment. It's just not looking. I appreciate the effort you've went to that, Aaron. It's incredible work. So Tom's currently in the 36s, and that, just to clarify quite how quick Witchell is going, that's a full 3 seconds quicker than Witchell's went. and there is not a 3-second differential between Tom and Witchell. So these cars suit people very differently. I think a lot of people are finding these very, very challenging to use. Lee P6 in the moment. Yeah, decent job. All that shape there. Oh, Jordan's taking a scenic route. It's grass cutting season. Jordan's taking it a bit literally. I think he's found the grass more than he's found the track. The first 3.5 laps. Nobby's got his signal on. Witchell now 6 seconds. Clear. And it's just set a new fast lap. It is now in the 32s. Once again, I should clarify, on hard tyres. Carl into the 33s there. 34.8. 34.6 for Tom, so that's better. Right on the back of Pagani as well. Second between them. First round of pit stops are arriving. Next few laps. Having a look at tyre wear. SBY's got the highest tyre wear, however that might be because SBY can't stop spinning. That might be why. However, Tom's not got good tyre wear at all. Oh, neither Witchell. Now, I'm not Carl, we can kind of know because he's on mediums. However, Witchell's tyre wear is extremely high, so he might start struggling when it comes into the last lap or two. However, he's got such a gap on him versus the rest of the field at the moment that I think it's going to make too much of a difference. Tom then, it's the closest battle on track really. SB1, well they're fairly close together. Nobody always seems to have 3-minute 2 lap last time around, so that might explain why he's not far adrift at the back. I mean, Witchell is now 12 seconds. I'm not sure if I'll be sharing it. I'll be saving it. Usually someone else shares it, to be honest, Lennon. Usually. Pagani has been caught very quickly on this lap by Tom. I think Pagani's had a very dodgy lap, and Tom is now going around the outside. This is dodgy. Especially because how touchy these cars are. I'm going to sit, hold station I think, as we head on to lap 6 now. Massive drop off in time in this lap from Witchell. He's dropped 1.8 seconds on this lap, which is previous, so that's the tyre wear starting to come into play a bit. Tom having a look there at Pagani, showing his nose. Minding Pagani's there. I'm sure Pagani can very much sense he's there. It's going to be Carl we need to keep an eye on for his tyre wear at the end. Carl's very good on tyre wear, so that's going to tell you how bad the mediums are going to be for a lot of people. Pagani was very wide. I'm not sure if he was letting him go there. He was that wide there, Pagani. Maybe he's made a mistake. Not sure. It leads up to P5. Oh! Oh dear. Down to P6 then. That was Oh, there we go. SVY, personal best lap time, and he's still going quicker now. He's getting into the groove a little bit more. Oh, still struggling a little bit at the moment. Unsafe. Ooh, he's still in the 2-minute 40s unsafe, so he's not having a good time of it in this car either. Oh, Jonesy's off again. Oh, his Roms overtook him as well. Half overtook him, but then Rom just had a 2-minute 54. Are they having their own race? Thanks for to say, it's not going very well for that team at the moment. Nobody seems quicker than quite a few of them actually at the back end, but he's having a bit of issues with the spinning, fortunately. But you can see actually quicker than quite a few of them. So all is not lost for Robbie Norris. It's kind of strange how Whitchell's tyre is nearly the same as Carl's, and Carl's on mediums. I know Carl's good on his tyres and Whitchell's not great usually. So. However, Tom is now, having saved his tyres in the opening part of this stint, is now closing fairly substantially on Whitchell, who last time around set a 2-minute 38. Now, I'm not going to just assume that's all tyre wear, because there's no way he set that just in tyre wear. He's obviously made a few mistakes. However, once again there, he's seemingly used too much of those tyres in that early part of the stint, and all of a sudden Tom is, when I say gaining seconds, is gaining, he's gained a second already on this lap, and he's absolutely flying now. He's got into the groove now, and Whitchell seems to be really, really struggling to get the car on the black stuff at the moment. So, intriguing on the last lap of this stint. It starts to get a bit duller as well, actually. I don't think it can rain around here, so I mean, God help them if it rains in this. I don't think it can rain, but yeah, I can't imagine rain in these cars. My God, Jesus. Yeah, that would, I think that would be a good night. No, actually, no, he can't do it on fuel. He can only do 7 on fuel. Lennon, no way he'll get another one. Still gaining quickly on him. I think the interesting thing now is going to be what the next stint, or which was going to approach it. Is he going to do the same as he done last time and just go for it in the first few laps? Because granted, he's miles quicker than the rest of the field when he does it. Oh, Tom's off. Tom's off the track. He's lost a 1.5 seconds there. Genuinely, and this is just saying like how bad, like how much they're struggling with these cars, how bad that car is on traction at times. That everybody is making mistakes. Now, I mean everybody. We've got Whitchell making a few mistakes. We've got Tom there going wide. He's went wide a few times at the early part of the race as well. Everyone has made a mistake already. We've seen Carl make a mistake very early on that allowed Whitchell in the lead, I believe. So everyone is, they look incredibly twitchy, these cars. So this is no mean feat. And there's Whitchell in the pits with 5 litres of fuel left. Carl's going to have less than that. He's got 2. Tom's got less than that. Tom's got 2 as well. Pagani's got 8. So Pagani should jump Tom here in the pits. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Whitchell does next time around, as everyone is peeling into the pits. And the most fuel we've had so far is still Pagani, who is comfortably the most. Oh, CG's nearly out of fuel. He's got nothing. Will's got 1 and CG's got 0. So all in, and yep, nobody's getting anywhere near what Pagani has on fuel. Back out on the hard tyres. Pagani comes out just behind Tom. Now, interestingly, Pagani is on the medium tyres, so Pagani will so there we go. That's not even a battle there. Pagani tyre differential here is absolutely humongous on these cars. So Pagani now will start chasing after Witchell. Remember, Witchell does have medium still to run. Yeah, he did underfuel slightly, Tom did there. I think he was trying to stay ahead of Pagani, possibly. But then I don't think he realised Pagani might have been going to medium, so it didn't make much of a difference. Now, it's going to be Carl going to catch up to you. Now, Carl's now on the hard tyres, having been on the medium, so he's got a bit of a shock now. Having went from all that grip to now having bugger all, essentially. So yeah, he's going to maybe take a lap or two to adjust. So this is when he needs to take advantage of Pagani. As you can see, the tyre differential is absolutely humongous, and he's already within slipstream range. There was a 4-second gap, and they come out the pits. So here we go then. There's going to be a swap for P2 coming up within the next couple of corners, you would imagine. There we go, down the straight. Need to brake for this kind of chicane element. Oh, Carl. A little wide through there, and that's going to allow Pagani through, and I think Carl can't really fight that at all there. It's going to go. That seems to be a tricky corner there, that exit onto the bridge they go. This is another tricky corner on traction, and Carl really did not get good entry onto that bridge there, and you can see Tom is all over the back of him. Well, we have another change then for a podium position. Carl dropping quickly through the order on these hard tyres. Witchell doing well on the hard tyres at keeping Pagani in a similar distance away. Remember, we have seen Witchell is using a lot of those tyres in the early part of the stints. So we'll see once again if that happens, and then it might be a case that the fuel comes back to him again at the end of the stint. It was looking very, very dominant in the early stages. So they actually could have been one of the biggest victories in FTRL history the way he was going, but Pagani and Tom seem to be putting a stop to that, because Witchell seems to be using too much of his tyres. Pagani and Tom have been a little bit more strategic with their tyre usage. Done a good job, both of them. Pagani seems to be, maybe Pagani's enjoying this a bit more than the Super Formulas so far. I think it's fair to say he's not enjoying the Super Formulas as much as some of the other seasons. Yeah, he seems to enjoy this. There's a big old battle going on behind with Royston, Lee and SBY. Now, tyre differential here, Lee and SBY are on mediums, Royston's on hards. And there we go, Lee going through. That's a very straightforward move, and Royston going to be under pressure from SBY as well. There we go, SBY is going through as well now, and it's very quickly 2 places dropped. However, there's a massive tyre differential, as you can see. And then we are Lee and SBY recovery up the grid. At the back end, we are Jordan's fair team, Robbie's 4 team. Jonesy's back facing the right direction at least, and he's in 12th. Quicker time there, 2:36 there. Run safe, so it's a bit better. Rob doesn't seem to like these cars. It's always struggling to get that grip. Some of the other GT1 boys who manage it. SBY doing a good job in the medium tyres. There's Lee as well. Once again, Tom is not managing to find a way past Carl easily, and he's losing a lot of time to Witchell. However, Pagani is gaining a lot of time on Witchell, who seems to be enjoying these medium tyres. It's going to be interesting to see the comparison tyre wear now. Pagani isn't particularly known for his tyre wear saving. He's decent on fuel, Pagani, but maybe tyre wear can use a lot more tyres. Obviously he is on pad as well, so still I believe a bit of a differential between pad and wheel. So yeah, definitely expect Pagani to struggle on tyres on this stint. last lap or two, it could be interesting to say the least. As Pagani sets a 31.9 and sets a new fastest lap of the race. Yeah, Fever, I think that's a very good point. It seems to be... I'm not sure if it's dirty here, or maybe it's just... maybe he's just biding his time, saving a bit of fuel and not worrying too much about what's happening in front of him. I think definitely minimising your mistakes in this car will get you a good result, no doubt about that. As the gap ever increases. SPY has swapped the lead. SPY flying on the medium tyres. Royston in P7 still. He's having a good race, Royston. Well in P8. Will's consistent. So he is. He seems to be in that 37-38 category, doesn't he? It's half the battle. He's not matching anyone near the front runner's pace, but he's consistent, which is why he's in P8. And why some still got fairly decent gaps of people behind him who are very inconsistent at the moment. Making quite a few mistakes. Nobby Norris down in P14, Jordan P13. Jones just sets fast lap of the race there, Jones. He's moving up a bit now, P12. Getting on with it. A little bit more. Doesn't look like he's spanning a lap or two, so that's a good job. I think quite a few of this field will be glad to get rid of this car after this race. How hard it seems to drive it. And if anything, Tom has dropped off the back of Carl, which is intriguing. As Pagani has closed the gap to Witchell down to just over 3 seconds. Round about, yep, Lennon I would say. Yeah, it's right about 2 to 3 seconds. Go Pagani now, 2.2. Tom's back under a second. What happened to Tom that lap? Big old slide from Tom. The exit turn 1. Oh, fastest lap of the race there. Welcome SBY to the frame. Once again, purple. He seems to be trying to manage his tyres a lot more, Tom, doesn't he? Just seems to be his aim of the game here at the moment. Pagani creeps ever closer to the back of Witchell. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was too busy paying attention to other things. Carl's dropped it. Oh, SQY's had a big moment. SQY's on the mediums, remember, so he is all over the back of Carl. He has got slip now down here. We'll start closing now. There you go, start to see it get closing a little bit there. Long enough though. Oh! Witchell's... Witchell's disconnected. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, he was just ahead of Pagani there and he's gone. Oh god. which has just disconnected. He has an unexpected error, and he has just... Oh dear. That is not good for Witchell. That is an absolute nightmare. That is such a good opening part of the race. It was actually shaping up to an interesting battle there as well for the lead. That is... I was looking forward to a bit of a battle there. It's unfortunate. So what that has promoted then Danny then has now got a 14-second lead. However, he is on the medium tyres. Need to remember Tom's still got them to use. And see why. Coming into the frame now in P3, he has used the medium tyres. Though everyone has, though, kind of between SY, Carl and Lee. So Royston has. To show a bit of improvement now. He's starting to get some regular, consistent lap times and keeping it pointing in the right direction. So Jones is making some progress now, and he could definitely get unsafe. Last time around, he was at 43. So points to be had. Pagani's got a big old gap now, 15 seconds and ever increasing. Oh, as I say, that tyre differential is absolutely humongous. As Pagani starts to head towards his final 2 laps of this stint. He's still got a long way to go though on those medium tyres, and they are not going to be particularly pretty. He's setting very good lap times. Our SPY is right on the back of Tom now. Our SPY is on the mediums, so all of a sudden SPY is entered the frame for the time being. Massive slide there. Kind of interesting this last stint because you're going to have Tom coming back at Pagani. But also interesting to see what happens with fuel here as well. Tom's got a little bit less than Pagani still. Tom's going to fill up fully for the last stint, just go for a push, or he's going to try and save some more fuel again in the last stint. So that's be why All was on for a decent result here. Kind of out of nowhere, he was spinning every lap for the first few laps of this race. He was having a bit of a shocker at the first few laps. All of a sudden he's now in P3, loving those medium tyres, and he's lapping quicker than Pagani. As Lee gets past Carl. Carl dropping down the order now though, but he is still the lead GT2 driver. However, that might yet change. As, Lee's made a mistake, Carl's back through. Royston is yet to use the medium tyres. So, I would actually say Royston has a decent chance of being the lead GT2 driver. If he can do well on those medium tyres. So, good night for that battle for the lead GT2 driver of the night. .16 seconds in the lead from SVY, and he has one more lap to do, and Pagani has done a very, very good job on this stint of keeping his tyre wear to a reasonable amount. Which is unlike Pagani. He seems to be doing very well on tyre wear and fuel tonight. He seems to be enjoying these cars. He'll be hoping that we do the rest of the season in these cars. However, I'm sure the rest of the field won't not quite be as not be quite as happy at that prospect, because I think a lot of people did not like these cars. And watching tonight, I am petrified about tomorrow night, having not done any practice. So watch out of people of tomorrow night. I apologise for my rubbishness in the past, because I don't think these are going to be my cup of tea. I'm loving the grip of the Super Formulas, and these don't have any grip. So yeah, fun. Help. Send help, please. Yeah, I have noticed that as well, mate. There's occasional, it's just little, minor little hiccups. Little jitters, as you call them. Especially, you can see it more when they're wheel to wheel. Like now you can't really see it in car, but if we went wheel to wheel with something, you start to see it a little bit more. Tom has a massive gap to Pagani now. It's nearly 20 seconds. So I know there's a huge differential. I'm not quite sure there's 20 seconds is going to be a lot. However, it is achievable, because we did say there's a 2-3 second gap between softs, mediums to hards even. I'm getting to use softs all of a sudden. Yeah, 3 seconds a lap. It is achievable, definitely from Tom, but it needs to be absolutely perfect, I would say. However, as we've seen before, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when Tom is pushing massively to try and catch up, we've seen it a few times with Witchell, he does make the odd mistake because he's pushing Max out. So it's whether he can not make a mistake. Be perfect for 7 laps. Pagani then enters the pits for the last time on this race. Here comes SVY. So this time it is going to be Tom on the mediums. It's going to be the front two on the hards. So Tom's going to come straight back at SVY and overtake him pretty rapidly, we can expect. Royston's the one that's going to be an interesting watch. Can he beat Carl? And then here comes Pagani on the hard tyres. Here he goes. 7 laps to go. Tom out on the mediums. 21 seconds he's got. He's got 7 laps. He needs 3 seconds a lap, and he'll catch him in the last. Let's keep an eye then on the opening part of this lap. We'll move through these tighter, twisty sections like this one, where you would expect that medium tyre to flourish compared to the hards. Around these sections here, you can see that gap is coming down under 20.5 seconds. He's gained half a second already, nearly a second now, so you can see this is what he needs. He needs, by the end of this lap, if he's on roughly 18 seconds, then he's on course. That's kind of what he needs to aim for. Keep an eye on that, as Royston's 9.7, so we keep an eye on that gap as well. Big differential. I'm expecting Royston to overtake him, to be honest. Jonesy, he's got CG in front of him, and we've got Jordan and Nobby. And the last stop as well. Right, so as that oh, there we are, 19.3 already. So at the moment, Tom is doing more than enough. At this point, it's definitely going to be around 18 seconds at the end of this lap. There's still a good minute left of this lap. Should have a good differential on this corner, you would expect. Actually, not too much. They've done a good job for that part of the circuit. Must be why. There's a bit of a roadblock though in the way as well. Tom's going to have to navigate. There we go, a big gain there through there. Pagani obviously struggled through that part. And you can see heading down now towards that 18-second mark. There we go, 18.5 seconds, so he needs a little bit more. He's done 2.5 that lap. Keep an eye again, as SPY is going to be the issue here. The ideal scenario for Tom would be catching, well, he's not going to do that. Tom's had a mistake, he went wide there at turn 1 and he has lost time there, Tom. I think Pagani just made a bit of a mistake there as well. Under 18 seconds now. Tom would like to try and catch SPY, you would think, at the straight. However, he's not going to do it on this lap. If he hadn't made that mistake turn 1, he might have caught him. It's looking like Pagani's in the prime position. Oh no! Going to be contact there, maybe. CJ, both on the same tyres, both on mediums, yeah. Oh, he's alright. He's got that wide there, wasn't he? Taking the scenic route. I think Tom is doing enough here on those medium tyres. Needs Pagani to make a big old mistake, I think. Have any chance of actually not here. That entry onto the bridge, he's gained half a second on SPY and Pagani through there, so that is a big con. It's big on traction, that. That's the kind of corner. So Tom, what's he got in there? He's eating. Not exactly gaining enough, I wouldn't say at all. Yeah, Tom. And he is doing well, but he needs it to be more than what he's managing at the moment. He's only still got 2.5 seconds to SPY. What I was kind of afraid of, that's what I mentioned. Sometimes Tom's behind and he's in this last stint, he can sometimes try a little bit too hard and he kind of starts making little mistakes. So 33.4, he needs to be in the 31s, 32s to be honest. He doesn't quite get in there, especially when SPY just set a 33.3 on hard tyres and Pagani's in a 34.3. So at the moment, the thing is, Pagani's setting times which are, there's no way Tom's getting 3 seconds a lap quicker than what Pagani's setting every lap. It's just not going to happen. So at the moment, it looks very much like Tom's going to get nowhere near really Pagani. Pagani's doing plenty enough at the moment to stay ahead. It would require a mistake from Pagani really for anything to happen at all. Let's get into it. Now, Jonesy's past CJ, it's up to P9. And it's unsafe, Jordan. Nobby's back. 31.7 is our fastest lap of the race, and That is from SY on his medium stint. We'll see what Tom can manage on this lap. Let's see if he can at least nick fastest lap. He should still get SPY, you would think. As Tom is 8/10 purple. That's a bit more like it. SBY having a mistake there, and Tom is all over the back, and he's on part of the track as well. Whoa, Tom hits the wall. Tom hits the wall. There we go. That's what can happen though if you're pushing that much. And you can just see what just happened. Hit the wall there, and he was well on course for fastest lap there. To go again. He's already on course for a sort of low 32, and he's only lost a second there through that mistake. He's got the groove a little bit more now though. He's gaining rapidly. Must be why. Now about 32-1, and he'd lost a second at least in the wall. Is going to be a sign he needs to find a way past SVY. Laps are dwindling. Royston 35.2. He's 6.6 seconds behind Carl. So he's kind of just about on target, but he could do a couple of good laps, Royston, to really catch up. He's not got a massive differential between the mediums and hards. It's about 1.5–2 seconds, which is maybe lower than what some other people have managed to get. So I think maybe it's just Royston's not managed to hook up a couple of laps together. So I'm on board from a couple of corners. Let's see what he's doing. 6.2 as Royston sets a purple. First sector there. So that's just showing you that Royston is now picking up the pace a little bit. He's on the right parts of the track at least there. And he's got that gap under 6 seconds now, so he seems to be doing a bit of a better job on this lap. Oh, Carl's had a moment I think on that exit, that corner that Royston was just on. 5.3 seconds the gap's down to now, so as you can see SPY is just in front of Tom. Go in the battle then for lead GT2 driver. It's between Carl and Royston. Who is going to win out? The battle for the win, however, looks very much in Pagani's control. It's Pagani's to lose. Very, very consistent on his medium and hard stints, and that has made sure that he's well in front of Tom, and enough so that he can not have to worry particularly much as Tom. 32.1 was his last lap, and he made that mistake at the bridge, and this time he's going to be, look at it, round about the same. 32.8. See that gap now with just over 3 laps to go now for Carl and Royston. The gap is now under 5 seconds, so he needs around about 1.5 to 2 seconds a lap, and he will get P5. However, it's one thing catching, another thing passing. That's a good lap. 33.6 from Royston, so that's a full 2.1 seconds faster than his last lap. So Royston finding time now, and he's already under 4 seconds, so Royston is catching very quickly. Tom, it doesn't look like he's actually got further away from SPY all of a sudden, so we're doing tyres don't seem to have agreed much. And after SPY's adventures in the opening laps, I think SPY, as much as he'll be happy with P2, will be thinking, what if it wasn't for all those first few laps? Because at this point in time, he looks quicker than Pagani. He is lapping half a second to a second quicker than Pagani, and SPY is purple on the hard tyres. He is rapidly, he's absolutely flying at the moment as SPY. I don't quite know where he's found this time for, but he's really going for it. Look here, what his sector split is. He's just done a 32.1 last time around, which is rapid on the cars, and he is still purple through this sector. How does he get doing that on hard tyres? SPY is charged at the moment. I mean, he's definitely, if he keeps up at this pace, he's going to be wondering what if, because he's lost a lot of time in the early part of the race, and he's only 11.5 off Pagani. I'm intrigued now. Is this going to be a new fastest lap of the race? There's one corner remaining. Oh, twitch on the entry there. No, he's lost quite a bit of time in the last couple of corners, but very good again. As the gap between Carl and Royston is now approaching 2 seconds. As Royston once again, personal best. However, he just had a really dodgy corner there, and he lost a lot of time. So it's now up to 2.9. 3 seconds. However, he's had a decent exit, so it's a dodgy last few corners there for Royston. 2.5 seconds, he's got 2 laps to do it. Good couple of laps, and you can see what happens. I think Tom's looking like he's going to get SPY though here, which is a tad unexpected to say the least. I thought Tom would have comfortably got SPY, but it's not panned out with that. Well, it's not at the moment. Oh, there's a new fastest lap of the race. A 31.2 from Prom. Who all of a sudden, on the medium tyres, has found pace. Gap's under, it was actually under 11 seconds there for a bit, but now back over. And Royston doesn't seem to be catching Carl much on this lap. So Royston's going to need a storming last lap and a half here. And he wants to be the lead GT2 driver. It's these couple of corners here where he can make a lot of difference up. Well, these are the corners, particularly this one here, where traction's key. Oh, Carl is doing a good job on those tyres. He's all of a sudden started setting 35s. So that's why Royston's not managing to make the inroads that he was in certain laps now. Carl's sped it up a bit. Now all of a sudden, Tom seems to be right back on the hunt for P2. He's caught back up again. He's now round about a second. And SPY is actually improving on his splits. Tom's going all out as well. Go, Pagani's in a world of his own though. And it's 1.5 seconds now between Royston and Carl. He's had a really good last part of the lap. So Could there be 2 changes here on the last lap? Possibly, as this gap is a second between P2 and P3. The gap's round about a second, just over a second between P5 and P6. Couple of battles maybe to watch. No time for that corner. Tom, under a second. It is under a second. SBY, dodgy run. Very dodgy run. Oh, Tom sideways. SBY both picking up dust and gravel on the outside. Here they go in the slipstream now. This is the area of the track again. No, those medium tyres will be at their best. However, he's got no medium tyres left. Oh, he's lost a bit through there. It's all going to be on these last few corners. Back to Royston's had a mistake somewhere. He's down to 2.3 seconds now. SBY did not have a good exit there. Where we had a better entry, so it's kind of offset slightly. It's a second the gap, a few corners left to go. It's been very straightforward for around halfway for Pagani, which will unfortunately disconnected, and it's basically just left Pagani out on his own. And still closing a little bit is Tom. However, Pagani comes round one that final time, the last corner, and he's going to take very well deserved quite dominant victory and end up Pagani P1. SBY is going to just... Oh, he's just held on. SBY is going to take P2. Tom is going to take P3. It is going to be P4 for Lee. Very good last stint that from Lee. Very consistent. And in the battle for lead GT2, it is going to be Carl who's going to take that. Managed to end up to hold them off. Lee takes P4. And there comes Carl taking P5. Lead GT2 driver, so a big, massive well done to him. Royston with a very good result though, P6, just behind. And then it comes Rob, fastest lap of the race for him, P7. Well, P8. And then comes Jonesy, P9. I think it's fair to say for Jonesy, a tale of two halves. I think his first half might be possibly his worst half to a race ever from Jonesy. Second half though, he's fairly consistent actually, and he managed to recover to P9. So actually in the end up, an alright decent job that from Jonesy. However, I think he'll be reaching his first half, where I think he was spent more time facing the wrong way. But good job from Jonesy there. Lagging over the finish line, P9. Unsafe release then, P10, and I think he'll be glad to get back to Super Formulas. He likes Super Formulas. CG, good start to the race, kind of fell away a little bit towards the end, but yeah, lots to take from that from CG. He had a very good start to race, P11, and Nobby Norris is actually going to take P12. Jordan, a bit of an up and down last stint, so he's going to take P13, yeah, but Nobby Norris still got his signal on. He's really taking his road safety very seriously, is Nobby Norris. And he's going to have the honour of finishing off our Thursday night race. Heading up to the last corner. This lap's currently a 2 minute 35.2, and that's not going to be troubled here. There we go, final one across the line. Nobby Norris takes P12, 41.3 to finish, and that concludes race 1 of our special week. Right then, tomorrow night then, exactly the same, with the GT2 qualifying and the GT1 lining up in the same order as the GT2 teammates. So Pagani then takes P1 from SBY and Tom, that's your podium. Lee, Carl and Royston. Then comes Ron with the fastest lap of the race. Came out of nowhere a little bit from on that, 31.2. Well then, P8, then comes Jonesy, unsafe, CG, Nobby, Arsenal, Jordan, sorry. And then unfortunately, much over that disconnect, who would surely have at least was in the fight for the victory, but looked like he was well on course for the race win. So that concludes race 1 of our special week. Oh dear. We have one issue. Oh. Originally, it didn't let me save it because it was too big. But it does actually let me save it in the end up. So, that's going to conclude race 1. Join us tomorrow night. I think it should be SPY on comms. So yeah, join SPY tomorrow night. Remember, week break next week. And we'll be back for the week.